This used to be Team Fortress 2.
Oh my god, you're a spy!
Alright, let's all go heavy. Come back here and you can go heavy.
Gaming communities nowadays are vastly different from what we've had in the past. Focus way more on gameplay, graphics, and the general feel of the game rather than its more nuanced aspects. For people like me, an important aspect of a game will definitely have to be its community, and how those same players who stick around for the gameplay interact with each other, both in-game and in the creation of content for the game. There really is no better game that represents the modern dichotomy of online gaming than Team Fortress 2, Valve's poster child for intricate online shooter games, but also one of the most committed and interesting gaming communities out on the internet, both back in its heyday and in the modern era. There's a lot to talk about with Team Fortress 2 today, like the ever so heated casual versus quick play debate, or the bot crisis and its impacts not just on the game itself, but on the gaming community as a whole, and how the internet rallied up to protect a golden favorite among gaming. However, today I want to focus on a different kind of topic, which I've already alluded to since the beginning: the community, specifically for Team Fortress 2, and how it feels so different and alien to what we have today. For you see, back in the days of old, Team Fortress 2 had way more people chatting, laughing, fragging, as the now UNC status people would say, and enjoy this lovely shooter together. Nowadays though, there's a distinct lack of care in building community, especially inside Valve's main gameplay modes like casual mode, and I want to explore what happened to that sense of community through my favorite form of media preservation: old YouTube. A treasure trove of old footage, fun gameplay,
So much fucking pressure, man.
and some of the most interesting and well edited videos you could ever see, some even rivaling what we have in today's day and age. So with this said, join me today as I go through quite a few gems of old Team Fortress 2, to try and answer the question of, whatever happened to interaction and community in Team Fortress 2?
This looks so funny.
TF2 had its humble beginnings on YouTube through, what else, but re-uploads of official trailers and content from Valve. You know, the usual hype cycle for games at the time. Low quality trailers and whatnot that will still rile up intrigue for the upcoming game. But we'll skip over that rabbit hole of changed content and features and whatnot, and instead focus on the game's pre-release and actual release to the public. And one of the first true gameplay videos we will see will be a gameplay preview video from the website gamevideos.com, re-uploaded from the website onto YouTube on May 16, 2007 by Pyrocats. The video also had music added onto it, and it showcases some pretty fascinating early footage of Team Fortress 2. It was kinda clear that the at the time fledgling community of TF2 was still developing. It will take some time for the usual bouts of insults and fun to arrive into the game. For the time being, people just uploaded footage from previews and playtests they could find online to continue hyping the game up. And hype the game up it did, as multiple people in the comments of these videos were excited to try the game out. The silence wouldn't stay for much longer though, and soon enough, people will begin to laugh and enjoy the fun that TF2 has to offer. This is seen most apparent in footage from the Leipzig Games Convention in 2007, where you can see players talk about and laugh at the game and enjoy themselves. Of course, we can't really understand what they are actually saying as it's all in German, but really, do you need to know what's going on when you hear laughter? There is one video with actual in-game commentary though that I could find from this period, uploaded on August 25th, 2007, showcasing players actually using the in-game chat to discuss strategy while playing. A lot of the audio is obscured by the German commentator that explains the basics of the game, but there will still be the start of players using voice chat to communicate and create fun moments together, which, while obviously a cornerstone in gaming for having fun, will be a major factor in players creating communities and their interactions while playing in TF2. Keep this in mind as we move along here too.
They got a pretty good team over on that side too.
Was sind das denn für Schmerzpatienten?
Nice.
Couldn't get the sentry.
Move back, move back, move back.
Hype will continue building up as the months pass by, with everyone anticipating TF2's public release very soon. Players by this point had already begun to create communities online in forums and websites to talk about and enjoy the game, though that is a topic for a different video. Still, you could tell that people were excited to play the game and have fun in it, such as in this video uploaded on September 18th, 2007, less than a month before TF2 will officially launch, where the player here will say some colorful things to each other, much to the laughter of the recorder.
Hey, new take the intelligence to our base. Hey, new
This would be some of the first footage we'd see of players creating funny moments by just using the bush chat and talking to each other, something that is deeply lost today. Also of note, the description has the players' first impressions written, doubting that TF2 will attract the same crowd of players that Team Fortress Classic did. A statement that, as we know now, is duly outdated, but still fascinating to read. We will start to see a spike in fun community moments once the game actually released on October 10th, 2007. A classic era of sorts for the game, where players were still trying to learn the ropes and Spy was actually viable, as players could barely even move sometimes. Some players make commentary and showcase videos of the game too, reviewing the game and enticing more players to check it out.
Kills I believe we'll be seeing in the video. Nice geoblitz though. Surprised this guy making his turret. Didn't help him out much.
With TF2 releasing, the number of videos balloons quite a lot, but we can still get a ton of knowledge on how the community was like back then and learn to appreciate what made it so unique. And more importantly, what exactly did we lose from then to now? A lot of videos at this time were just simple, unedited gameplay videos, which at the time was quite useful for getting a hang of the game and all its features, enticing players to check out the game on their own too. Compared to the highly edited masterpieces we'd see today, all of these videos had very light editing, with at most an intro and outro, or music added in post-editing. Which, side note, if you want to expand your music playlist, go through some old TF2 videos, you'll find some amazing hidden gems in there, or just very simple graphics being used at times. Raw footage of the time is still interesting to watch, especially little montages and clip recordings, like a Spy Ownage from Sarkath, which is already super dated by that title alone. This type of video is not really what we're here for today, however. What was the community like? Well, if there was any demonstration, it was your average gaming community at the time. People were a little loud.
I say take power rush. We should be able to take the center that way.
Swag, my swag, yeah.
A little rude.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry for trying to be good, man.
And even a little trolling will be comedic here and there.
Is there any particular reason why you guys are building stuff under the floor? Why would you tell it from me here, alright? I didn't want to come here.
Like I mentioned earlier, videos ballooned quite a lot once the game came out, so I will only focus on some specific highlights or genres of videos at this time. Obviously, one thing players used communication for at this time was coordinating attacks and pushing control points, as seen here by some players.
I have Uber charge. Want me to use it?
And obviously, this is still done today, but let's be honest, when was the last time you seen a casual lobby try to coordinate a push, let alone a community server lobby? Really, what communication was used for most often back then was for having fun with others and chatting as if it was a simple chat room, with players laughing and enjoying the game to the fullest. And both teams could join in the chatter too, as servers would enable all talk, letting both teams interact with each other. This would lead to a lot of funny scenarios.
Go, 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 go.
Oh god.
Get him, pussy! What the fuck are you doing?
Even some didn't need voice chat to be hilarious, such as the Team Fortress 2 Royal Rumble, where both teams organized each other to go heavy and beat each other up using their punches. Using melee weapons as a gag was kinda trend back then that you don't really see often nowadays, and it's quite comical every time. It's really hard to coordinate something like this nowadays, but it was a common trend back in the day, and you could tell people were having fun doing it too, and recording it for others to see on YouTube.
Unexpected, did not know what hit them. Go, go, go.
Absolutely everybody's a scout on our team.
Everybody should just that's even better.
Squads of people will also create massive one-class attacks on games, which was also a common way to entertain yourself during the time. You rarely see these nowadays outside of rare 2-4 situations. Oh, and yes, funny ragdolls were a thing, albeit rare, mostly cataloged through funny screenshot compilations. One of the main reasons TF2 took off as it did was definitely its community and interactions players will have in-game. Very reminiscent of Xbox Call of Duty or Halo calls between players or LAN parties. Players will get together to create groups to play games and have fun, or just grief and troll other players in-game, creating some fun montages in the process.
Oh my gosh. Why do we have a heavy trying to punch everyone?
Or create some pretty intricate and fun clips, like these two snipers fighting each other, with one of them rage swapping to scout and using a sentry to jump towards the enemy battlements to kill them. Or this sniper montage from 2007. Can you believe some folk were already destroying others with sniper all the way back then? Well, yeah, it turns out some people did, and it's just as terrifying as it is today. Some of my favorite videos of the time were certainly guides and tutorials on the game, like Evil Daedalus' How to Play the Spy Guide, and at the time comprehensive, short guide on tips and tricks to succeeding as Spy, one of the game's most prolific classes, which many players flock to upon starting the game, and still do, matter of fact. Many more of these guides will be made over the years, and surprisingly, a lot of them do still hold up, like the ones from TF2 Tactics, which was a fan website made around 2009 and 2010 that will create videos showcasing strategies and other things about TF2. Their guides are really well edited, and a lot of the tips in them surprisingly still hold up today. I highly suggest checking them out, even just as historical knowledge.
The intention for the buff banner was to rally the troops and give them an incentive to attack. So far, this morale booster isn't used quite often.
Evil Daedalus also made guides for other TF2 classes, like the Scout and the Pyro, all being really well made too, with good information about the classes and some great footage and editing for the time. Seriously, this is a treasure trove of content that is really interesting to watch, and I'd love for you all to check it out on your own. There's some neat communities in these too. Which, hey, that reminds me, I guess I forgot to mention that community wasn't really the right term back then. People called them clans, and these clans will go up against each other in matches and games as some sort of competitive league and ego boost. Clans didn't even originate in TF2, but rather were part of the general gaming culture of the time, tracing all the way back to games like Halo. Though, of course, in a game where you can fight others, TF2 had these clans too, and some had little promotional videos made for them that, while a bit dated, are certainly still well made. Same goes for TF2 server advertisements and communities, like this one from a server called F7 Lands of the entire community messing around in 2Fort, or ETF2L's trailer 2.
Expect clans from a dozen European countries.
There was a lot of passion and love put into so many videos of the time, and even after we got some incredible content and series out of TF2, which I sadly won't have the time to cover today. Some are very simple clip montages, while others were actually intricately made and edited extremely well for the time. You had clip dumps with fun intros or transitions, or machinima-styled video telling stories.
I'm your medic, but you can call me Captain Spaulding. The guy on your team always in the top 3. You're like, Captain Spaulding, overcharge me. We're dying over here, can't get past a century.
Some of my favorite videos of the time certainly are action movies or Frag movies, for those who know them better that way. Clip dumps of cool kills or moments in the game, and a pioneer of this genre in TF2 certainly has to be Head Striker, a Rambo medic, now colloquially known as a battle medic, player that will really latch onto playing the class and learning about it. He will even make a how to play medic guide, with some tips on playing the class properly, as well as knowing when to go for the kill as a medic. Which, no wonder Battle Medic became such a meme in the modern community. Head Striker will also create some extremely well made compilations of TF2 maps and moments he captured while playing, and these are genuinely amazing from an editing standpoint for the time. I would highly recommend giving them a watch on your own, they're really good. Of course, we can't forget about all the trolls and griefers of the time. People that would simply mess with other players for their own and their audience's amusement. It's classic comedy really. You have people setting up insane sentry spawns just to troll noobs at the time, like this engineer spawn in CP well, which honestly just proves the 400% fact that TF2 players never look up. Or playing baseball with demo and sticky bombs, or trying to kill people with Pirate's Axe. Or whatever Team Green did, which is actually a really funny channel. I do recommend you check them out. They got some really funny videos for the time. It was all in good fun and very enjoyable to watch, both back then to entertain yourself, and nowadays as fun historical and archival content of a time gone by.
If Valve didn't want players to do it, why would they put it in the game?
Various groups of people popped up to troll or grief players, especially with exploits, like the Friday Tasty Waffles group, or FTW, who will try to find map exploits to troll players, and, more infamously, Team Roomba, a group of hilarious trolls that will make fun of players and put them in silly situations. Their videos are genuine classics, and a lot of them are easily searchable on YouTube today still. Here are some of my favorite videos that I've seen over the years. I do recommend you check them out on your own if they interested you. I got whole playlists of 2007 and 2008 Team Fortress videos made for you to check out if you want on my channel. We got lots of crazy call moments.
Because of my terrorists and all suicide bombing your mom's birthday.
Kid, you have some major issues. You should go to see a doctor.
People were still pretty rude back then.
I feel like going to wear some pink now. You fucking sucker.
Look, it was a different time. Fun short stories in the form of machinimas were made a lot back then, and TF2 was often used for them too. Some great stuff was made, like the Pure Poundage series and Ignis Solus, the most iconic TF2 short of its time.
I just come around the corner and I come face to face. The scariest motherfucker I ever seen, man. This guy's got muscles come out of his lips and shit. And I look at him, he looks at me, I was like, man, I just ran so damn fast, man, dude shooting at my ass.
Of course, Gmod began to be used as a medium to tell stories, Attack of the Spy being potentially the first ever Gmod short with TF2 content in it. Who can really say?
До свидания!
Did you know 2-4 was in the competitive pool of maps back then? Of course, we had very little maps to play to begin with, but the thought alone is insane. And people complain about Turbine being in Valve's competitive mode back then. Imagine this. Even more people losing their minds in voice chat. Look, I did say there was a lot, and this isn't even scratching the surface of what some will consider to be the golden age of TF2, starting around 2009 and 2010. There's so much I could talk about here, but we'd be here all day otherwise. Despite all the low quality videos, despite all the trolling or little kids that will be annoyed at these antics, at the end of the day, all of these interactions between players were genuine. They were fun, small moments of a bigger game. They connected people and made friendships amidst complete strangers, and it made for extremely fun and memorable moments that wouldn't happen otherwise. And all of this is all thanks to communication, to interactions and players' ingenuity to come up with ridiculous ideas and scenarios. There was a big sense of community, of fun and of enjoying the ridiculousness of TF2 that is sorely lacking today. And it's really hard to coordinate much of anything or even talk with the enemy team in places like casual, and well, to put it bluntly, some community servers just don't allow this kind of stuff. Communities and friendships are still formed, sure, but they're not really as tight-knit or close as they were before most of the time. So, what changed? What was it that changed in today's player base that made them more quiet, more secluded to talking or chatting with others? What happened to that community that used to talk so much, to create funny moments, to interact with other people? There's a variety of factors that play into this. The most obvious being Valve's removal of many features that help players interact starting in the Meet Your Match update in 2016. The most prominent being All Talk enabled in Valve servers. Not being able to talk to the other team really made interactions harder. The removal of a spectator mode also made getting recordings of big moments in regular matches tougher. And now sure, Community servers do exist, but casual mode pushing them aside and ultimately destroying their reach has made getting in touch with more tight-knit communities today harder. And this isn't factoring one major element that has made interactions like the ones we saw before tougher to come across. People are seemingly just not as social anymore? I know that sounds odd, sure, but surely an online game would be the perfect place to chat with others. But even in some major community servers, you just come across completely quiet lobbies of people not talking, or just tryharding to try and win the game, even in just casual servers where I guess a lot of people are incentivized to try and win the game, so they just don't bother talking with others. Sure, text chat is there, but it's not the same as hearing others laugh and losing their minds at ridiculous moments in TF2.
This little guy with one big old case on his back. Did you get it?
Ironically, a lot of people prefer to keep it to themselves now and not talk. And this problem is just worse in casual mode, as you have so little time to get to know the players you play with, and sometimes people just try to mute you or even kick you out of games for trying to talk with others. More often than not, players prefer to do whatever bit or task they want to do for their game session and not care about what the others are doing or even interacting with them, resulting in feeling quite isolated despite there being so many players in one match. And no, taunting with the enemy team doesn't really count or even compare to the interactions we saw before. Communities of people that love to chat and laugh with each other still exist, but it's clearly nowhere near the same level of communities from the past. And that's really sad, frankly. Obviously, bringing back quick play and its features of allowing players to toggle alt-talk on and have fun with longer matches will certainly revive some of this, but I don't ever see it returning to the same level it was before. People have just grown more isolated, ironically, either scared of being made fun of or simply not wanting to talk to others. But part of the charm in TF2 is those little interactions and fun moments we make with each other. And it sucks that this is sorely lacking nowadays in the modern TF2 sphere. Will we ever see another golden age of TF2 with people interacting and making super fun stuff like what we saw today? Probably. Of course, the modern TF2 sphere is way more sophisticated in terms of editing and ideas, but that's not to say we can make some neat stuff today. And to me, revisiting the past of games I love like I did in this video gives me ideas that we can bring into the present today. Or heck, just watching neat content from back then is good enough too, and I do believe there is value in doing that yourself. Even if some videos are wholly outdated in terms of ideas, information, language. But I guess you can say that's part of the charm, is it not? To get to learn how we got here, what we can learn from the past, and seeing what we can do today to make things a little nicer, you know? Because I like exploring the past of games and whatnot. I enjoy that, and I really do want to keep doing that. Because I love TF2, and I do wish it will return to some form of interactivity like it was before. But I guess we'll see. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care of yourself, and good luck out there in your TF2 matches.